Are you tired of this? Spending hours moving text boxes, searching for a perfect icon, and fighting with templates just to create a presentation that still looks kind of bland? What if I told you you could go from a single sentence to a beautiful, interactive, fully designed presentation in about 60 seconds? And what if I told you then you could export that creation back into PowerPoint or Google Slides file with a single click? Well, you can. Today I'm going to show you how to use Gamma, an incredible AI-powered tool that has completely changed how you can create presentations, documents, and even simple web pages. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use it to save a ton of time and seriously impress your audience, even if ultimately you need a PPTX file. The link to test out Gamma is down below in the description. I just want to point out I'm using a Plus plan. This is something I've purchased myself. But what makes Gamma so great is the free plan over here gives you a great start to see if this is something you would really like to use. I'm just going to go get signed into my account now. Now that I've logged in, you can see that Gamma has a very clean and simple layout, super easy to navigate. If I look at the top left, you can see what plan I'm under right here. What you're going to see in the middle here, these are previous projects. Gamma, we'll call them Gammas. I'm going to start creating right away. And you can do this in a few different ways. Notice we have create new. This is what I'm going to do. We have create from blank where we have different options, and we have import. What I find is you can start from create new and you'll have all the same options to bring in different things as well. So create new. You'll see right away we can paste in text, so you could copy and paste things in. We can generate from a prompt, and this is what I'm going to start with, or we can import file from URL, and I'll do a demo with a Word document turning it into a presentation. So let's go ahead and click on generate here. You can see we can make a presentation, a web page, document, or for social media, different material. I'm going to stick with presentation. You'll see that the format is very similar between each of these here. With the web page, you can actually go live with it and you get a URL. And with the Pro plan, you can even have a custom domain on it. So we're going to stick with presentation. We can say how many cards we'd like. In Gamma, cards are like slides in PowerPoint or Google Docs. So with free subscription, you might not have access to create as many cards. I'm leaving mine at 10. You'll be able to see what type of page style that you would like. And there's also the differences with languages. So with your prompt, and let's do a demo here about a 4-day work week, maybe the benefits of it. Now, you want to be detailed, but you don't want to get too complicated. So I'm going to go ahead and say this: a presentation on the key benefits of a 4-day work week covering productivity, employee well-being, and company savings. So I'm going to go ahead and generate an outline. So this is the first step. This will happen pretty quickly in live time. And what I like is this is your first stop where you can make edits yourself. So with any of these things here, notice I can click in and I can just edit. So I can hit enter, add another point, or delete any of these points as well. So before it makes the slides, I can go through all of this information here or even add more cards at this point. You can see that it's taken my the different things I've requested. You'll see those different things come up in the different cards. Now, how do I want the customization? Do I want to be detailed, minimal, concise? You can go through and choose these when it gets created. You have some option of the art style down here. I'm going to keep this photorealistic and some extra keywords. There is the advanced mode here that you can go to. Then you can see all the different ways you can go and generate this. If you're making a format, so if you're making maybe a document, you probably wanted to have document, and then you would go ahead and choose letter on it. But I'm keeping it presentation. So I click generate here. You'll see right away, it's going to start creating this. And if we have a timer on, this will take under 1 minute. And as you see this presentation get created, all of this can be edited, and I'll show you how you can do this. You can change the themes as well. Now that took 47 seconds in total to get that created when I hit generate. You can see over on the left, you can navigate the different cards by just clicking on them. This is referred to as the film strip. We can present this. So if you just wanted to keep it in Gamma, you could present from Gamma. So as soon as I hit present, I can start going through. You can see it has a nice flow to it, everything in it. But how do we make changes to this? So I hit escape to get out of it again. Now, if you want to make a quick change to something like the theme, we can just click edit theme, and you'll see that we have these quick options that we click on. So if I was going to click on this one right here, then it will be changed. So you pick which one you want. You can see that there's different ways, whether it be professional or colorful. I'll leave it as this one right now. Now, the other thing is we can edit anything on here. So if you wanted to just delete something and start typing something else, you can go ahead and do that. You can use Control-Z to go backwards if you want to go back to any changes you made. What I like is you can use AI to make any changes as well. So even if I go ahead and highlight this, notice I can make changes to any of the text, just like what you would see in anything like Google Docs or Word. But you can also do things you could edit with AI. So do I want to make this more engaging? Do I want to expand the text or condense it? So you can go through and pick different text. Or I could say visualize this text. So what it does then is the AI takes the text and it turned it into an image. So just like that, with a simple highlighting and asking it to visualize, it was able to do this in a few seconds. Other quick changes you can make. Let's say we go to this one right here. And we have this graphic that they put in. They took this 65%. If I just click on this, I can change the layout. So do I want this to be something different? Do I just want it to be maybe 65%? Or do I want it to be stars? You can see all the options that I can quickly change to with any of these. So it's very easy to go through to make any changes. You'll see that even if you click on a picture, how you can use AI in the changes you can make. You can also add anything. If you go to the right-hand side, if you want to add a chart or you wanted to add images, you can just click on these. You can do all these different ways from an upload. You could use AI images. You could do a web search. But as soon as you click on any of these, if I put a table in, you'll see how it gets placed onto that slide. I'm just going to go Control-Z to undo that last step. Another thing you can do in between any of these cards, you can add a blank card where you could go ahead and just title anything you would like. Or another thing you could do is you could start from a template slide. But a neat thing would be to do is to use the AI. So if I go ahead and use this, what would I like to add? Well, maybe I'll take one of their, I could type what I want. Maybe I'll take one of their suggestions, maybe industry adaptations. And so I'll send this off and the AI can create another slide. So another quick way you can add to your existing slide. But how do you get this to PowerPoint or Google Slides? Let me show you. Before we export to Google Slides or PowerPoint, I want to point out this right here. So with the ellipsis here, you can see we have a lot of different things we can connect with. I would just want to point out this right here, page setup. Now, what do we want it to look like for the presentation? Notice we're under fluid, and that's what I picked at the beginning. We could do something more like 16:9 if you're after that more traditional, and you can see the different changes that you can make to this. So you'll notice now that it's more the 16:9 style, and that might match when we export it out to Google or to Microsoft a little bit better. So if we go to share, you're going to see that we can collaborate, we can share. So with the link, I could copy this link and to share this with somebody, they would have view access. And just like other Google or Microsoft, we can make it turn to edit if we'd want. So we could just copy paste this link and send it to them. But if we move it to export here, we can export to PowerPoint and export to Google Slides. We can also turn this into PDF or PNGs. But if I go PowerPoint first, I'm just going to click on this. And after a few seconds, we get the PowerPoint export is ready. We can click to download. You see that it's being downloaded at this time. We can also go ahead and click on Google Slides. So you do need to connect to your account. And I'm going to hit continue, and then I can show you both of these work in whatever your choice is. We have both ready. I can click on the PowerPoint You'll see right away that this is editable, just like a PowerPoint, so I can go and make any changes to it in the format. The images that were created in Gamma are all here. And let's go ahead and check out our Google Slides to make sure that everything is here. So we're going to go ahead and open in Google Slides. And here we have it. So from Gamma to Google Slides or to PowerPoint in just a click. You can take any of these presentations and turn them into a site. So if I just click on the ellipsis, I go down, notice we have published to a site. So this almost just converts it to the website of what we could have started with. So I could go convert to site and we can click publish. And this happens very quickly. You're going to get a domain that you can share with people. So that didn't take any time at all. That took about 10 seconds in total. I didn't point out this before, so I was under settings, but if I go down, you can see navigation with our top navigation. If I go back up, domains, this is where we have our connected domain. If I upgrade, this is where I could do a custom domain. So if I click on this, I could share this with other people. So as I go down, I can just, it's put it all on one website on one page, so you can just scroll down and have this. So when you create your websites using Gamma, this is kind of the idea of what it would create for you. Notice now, since this is a website, I can go ahead and add buttons to this and even add more to this, add links, and really take advantage of it being a website. But I want to make one more presentation, this time uploading a document. I'm going to click the G up here, which brings me back to the home screen. You can see this is the website that we've just created. Well, we started with a presentation, turned it into a site. That's why it says site, and I can click on this if I needed to edit it from there. So I want to create new. And this time we're going to go to import file or URL, and we can do this from upload. I'm going to be uploading a Word document. So this one right here, this is pretty boring, no images or anything in it. It's just a 2-pager here. You can import from Google Drive. You can import from a URL. So you can put URLs in here, blog posts, articles, and you can make a presentation from there. So if I click on this, I'm going to grab this right here. It's going to upload this file, and you'll see it goes through the same process. I want a presentation. I could choose other ones. Let's go continue. Notice that we have the recent prompts right here. It will create generate from here the information that I put in here. I can choose all the different things like I've showed you before. I'm just going to click generate because I want to show you if you have a document and you need to turn it into a presentation, this is such a fast way to make something look great. So in under a minute again, I went from that boring document, Microsoft Word with nothing. It's taken the information from there and put it into this presentation where it's taken the numbers, it's created the images for me, and in a minute, and I didn't even have to prompt it. I just uploaded the document. And if I go back, you'll see I have it now here. I can share it, turn it into a website, all the same things that I showed you before. So I hope you like this walkthrough of using Gamma. This is one of the apps that I do purchase because it just does make things faster for me and gives me a great start when I'm creating a slideshow, whether it be for PowerPoint or Google Slides. Then I can go through and tweak it after it goes ahead and creates for me. Thanks for watching this time on Teacher's Tech. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.